Well, hello and welcome. My name is Guy Stevens with the Alliance Against Collusion Restraint. You are back here for another In the News segment. And we have a news story today out of Maryland, which happens to be my home state here in the United States, about a young man getting his leg broken when being put into a physical restraint. We're going to share this clip here. And again, some of this clip may be disturbing. So I just want to forewarn you. But let's go ahead and get this clip started, and we'll talk a little bit about it as it goes.
Lawsuit has been filed against Frederick County, Maryland schools and a private school that serves children with special needs. That lawsuit claims that a boy with autism suffered a broken leg while being restrained by staff members.
News 4's Darcy Spencer takes us through the incident that was captured on video. We want to warn you, you may find some of the images disturbing.
The video, recorded in March of 2022, shows staff members surrounded the
Now, they're starting here with the actual incident that led to the broken leg. And we're going to see in a minute what preceded this, how this restraint was not only unnecessary, avoidable, but caused due to staff actions. So let's take a look at this clip, but just see what's going on here just as we begin. You know, here we see 5, 6 staff members cornering a child. You know, doing that to anyone, putting anyone in a corner like that is severely threatening. Yeah, well, let's take a look.
a 10-year-old boy who has autism in the hallway. He's taken to the ground, and according to a lawsuit, staff members restrained him for 8 minutes, one of them sitting on his legs. When he gets up, you can see he can't put pressure on one of his legs and he needs help walking. His mother says in the lawsuit that his leg was broken in 2 places, but he did not get medical treatment at the school. Instead, he was sent home at the end of the day.
He could walk before that restraint. After that restraint, he could not walk. He couldn't put weight on his leg.
It happened at the Strawbridge School in Baltimore County. It's a private nonprofit school that serves special needs students. According to the lawsuit, Frederick County, Maryland Public Schools placed the boy there. The recording provided to News 4 by the...
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious what happened here. We had a restraint that should never have happened and a restraint that went very wrong, leading to a broken leg, and then an absolute travesty in terms of not even acknowledging what had happened and giving the boy appropriate medical attention. But we're going to look at what preceded that restraint, and you're going to see how not only was that restraint avoidable, it was really caused by staff action. Staff acted totally inappropriately. And now we have a young man that has been injured, a young man that has been traumatized, and this is not okay. Let's take a look here.
Attorneys show the incident appeared to start in the classroom.
And notice, the young man is sitting in the classroom, seeming to be relatively calm. There is video that precedes that where, we see him sitting there as well. We don't have the whole segment here, but I want you to look at what the adult's doing here.
A staffer threw the student's lunch into the hallway. There's a confrontation in the classroom.
Confrontation. So a staffer threw his lunch into the hallway. That would be pretty dysregulating to anyone. But then it appears that the student was not coming after anybody and threatening harm, but the staff member is on top of the student, and eventually they drag him out of his desk.
Staffers remove the boy from a chair and take him into the hallway. At one point, the boy throws a shoe. He's confronted by several staff members and taken to the ground.
They performed the restraint wrong. That's obvious.
It's not even a matter of performing the restraint wrong. A restraint should never have happened. In Maryland, which is where this occurred, you should not be restraining a child unless it is a situation that presents an imminent threat of serious physical harm. That means that there is a life-threatening situation, which is why you restrain the child. Now, this child was sitting in his desk prior to getting attacked by the staff. Certainly, the child was not presenting an imminent serious physical harm or danger prior to this happening. And in fact, when the staff were cornering him down the hallway, he was not an imminent serious physical harm there. Even throwing a shoe, that might have been undesirable, but it is not a life-threatening situation. This should never have happened.
You don't break a kid's leg in a restraint. Then when I saw the video, I saw the restraint was completely unnecessary. And that's what hurt.
Absolutely, restraint was unnecessary. And again, I would say to you that The only restraint that would have been justified by Maryland state law would have been a restraint that was necessary because of a crisis situation needed to avoid imminent serious physical harm. Imminent serious physical harm is a potentially life-threatening situation. This was not even close to a life-threatening situation, should never have been performed.
According to the lawsuit, the school nurse said his leg was sprained, but a doctor later determined it was broken near the ankle in 2 places. The lawsuit is claiming negligence and personal injury. And while it happened at Strawbridge, the lawsuit says FCPS placed the boy and other special needs students at the school, but failed to provide oversight. The lawsuit also claims Strawbridge failed to properly train its staff. I reached out to Frederick County Public Schools and Strawbridge. Both of them said they don't comment on pending litigation. Darcy Spencer, News 4.
Frederick County Schools reached a settlement with the Department of Justice in December of 2021 after an investigation found the district unnecessarily restrained and secluded students with disabilities.
Wow, this is really upsetting. And again, this should never have happened. The child should never have been put in a restraint in the first place. This kind of thing happens more frequently than we would like to imagine. Maybe it happens because a child is not compliant or does not do something a staff member wants them to do. Why that staff member threw away his lunch, who knows? But this should never have happened. This was avoidable. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this lawsuit. We probably need more people raising attention around issues like this that should not be happening. And in fact, I don't think it's just negligent. I mean, you look at what was done here. This was assault on a child. It's got to stop. We've absolutely got to do better. We've got to do better for kids, better for teachers, better for staff. If we can do better, I think we have an obligation to do better, and certainly we can here. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again next time, and we'll come back to you with some more stories about things that are happening here, and we'll talk to you soon.